Let me just.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our
Good.
participants joining us from different parts of the
So
world. On behalf of Eurasia Research, I warmly welcome to you Tokyo Online Live International Conference held on 14th April 2026. It is truly a pleasure to see researchers, academicians, scholars, and students from various countries
okay.
on one global platform to share knowledge and innovative ideas. Today, conference brings together experts from diverse disciplines, and we are excited to begin this intellectual journey with insightful discussions
Okay,
and
then.
collaborations. Before we begin, I would like to share a few important instructions. Kindly ensure your Zoom name is renamed to your full name for attendance purpose. Please keep your microphones muted during presentations. You may post your questions in the chat session. Each presentations will be limited to 10 to 15 minutes. Certificates and receipts will be shared by email within 2 to 3 days.
You believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, and walk across the water. You feel defeated, falling on your knees and looking up for some hope tonight. You try to stand up, but you throw your hands up. You no longer have the strength to fight. You've seen too many sunsets, too many days, ending in the darkest night. But on your own, you'll never know, you'll never know. If you can move the highest mountain, the greatest ocean, walk across the water. Believe you can move the highest mountain, cross the greatest ocean, walk across the water. If you believe, they say that all you need is faith, but it's almost like you lost your way. Took a few wrong turns, took a few breaks, falling behind now, looking for grace. Cause you need someone to lift you up, yeah, make right all the things you've done. Cause on your own, you'll never know, you'll never know. If you move the highest mountain, across the greatest oceans, walk across the water, the water. Believe you can move the highest mountain, across the greatest oceans, walk across the water. If you believe, if you believe. You can do anything. You can do anything. You can do anything if you believe. If you believe, you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water, the water. Believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water. If you believe,
Welcome to Eurasia Research International Conference. Please allow me a moment to introduce Eurasia Research to you in a nutshell. With over more than 1 million certified members and associates spread across the globe, Eurasia Research is a scholarly association who have been working for nearly a decade. Eurasia Research has organized several successful international conferences, workshops, training programs at various reputed institutions and venues. Eurasia has been tirelessly working for research world, have not stopped their endurance even during difficult times, and have presented research community with online platforms which was safe and convenient method to continue their passion. We are an international community of researchers, practitioners, students, and educationists who aim to bring together worldwide researchers and professionals, encourage intellectual development, and to create opportunities for networking and collaborations. These objectives are achieved through academic networking, meetings, conferences, workshops, projects, research publications, academic awards, and scholarship. Some of our key highlights: we provide scholarship to deserving candidates to promote students and research scholars to participate in the international conference. Young Research Scholarship is provided in the form of a full registration fee waiver. We have vast experience of publishing papers for more than 7 years. Our associated journals published original papers, review papers, conceptual framework, analytical and simulation models, case studies, empirical research, technical notes, and book reviews. We cater to more than 30 plus themes in the area of teaching and education and have registered ISSN and have following renowned indexing, Google Scholar, CrossTech, Authenticate, Crossref, the Keeper's Registry, reputed, Directory of Open Access Scholarly Resource, OAI, PMH, Registered Data Provider, PKP Index. We will soon be applying for Scopus too. We have a wide network of 100 plus internationally acclaimed keynote across the globe who shares their knowledge and guidance with our participants with open hands. We have a large number of committee members and advisors who support us and guide us through their expert opinions and decision-making capabilities. We could not have thought of reaching our here without them. We have also encouraged our participants to connect with more than 50K plus followers on our social media platform where they can share their researches and interests. Join our Facebook group and be a part of the discussion by researchers and academicians. We also have several collaborations with universities, colleges, and institutes to better serve all interested and like-minded intellectuals. With great enthusiasm and pride, we would like to request our participants to enjoy the benefit of a lifetime membership in just USD60. We have over 10,000 plus members from across the globe. We would like to share some of our past participant experience with you. Thank you for your patience and valuable time. Moving forward with the conference. Welcome to Eurasia Research Tokyo Online Live International Conference, 14 April 2026. Today we have presentations and participants from 10 countries around the world. Eurasia Research Online Live International Conference, Tokyo, 14 April 2026. I, Kashmir Jain, today is the host of Tokyo International Conference. Terra President, Len M. Selly, PhD, Higher Education Executive, Adjunct Professor, Boston College, Justin Hill, MA, USA. Let's see what she has to share with us.
My name is Dr. Lynn Shelley, and I'm an executive leadership consultant full professor retired. I am currently teaching adjunct in the executive doctoral program at Boston College in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, and at the University of New England in Portland, Maine, in their doctoral program as well. I've been in the profession for 44 years as a teacher and as an administrator from grades pre-K through doctoral programs. And I consult with colleagues around the world in these areas of leadership and culture building and transformation and strategic planning. And my research is focused in areas such as that, not only in education, but crosses over into other disciplines that have common goals and common strategies that need attention and need to be moved forward in this ever-changing global world.
So, ma'am, the first question, we would love to hear about your research journey, how it's going, and the projects you are handling right now.
My research, my name is Dr. Lincelli. I'm president of the Eurasia Terra group, and I'm very happy to be here. I have been doing some research and starting some writing about the leadership in this new global environment, transformative leadership in the new global environment that we are living in, and hoping that this research will help current and future leaders at every level in any type of an organization. It's very interesting because of the AI connection, because of the global impact that the cultures and the variables that are happening around the world are having on every organization.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing such delightful thoughts. And ma'am, my next question would be, could you please share with which paper you are working on that in this moment?
Transformative leadership in a global environment.
Okay, ma'am, good to know that. And ma'am, how do you manage to balance your teaching responsibilities alongside your research work as well?
Well, my balance is that I've always done work and research that I can use and apply to my administrative and consulting positions. Right now, I am an executive leadership consultant. So the research that I'm doing really applies to my role as president of Terra, but also in work that I do with colleagues that are still in practice, and I can help them along the way to enhance their leadership skills.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And ma'am, do you travel internationally as part of your research work?
I travel to the Terra conferences as the president, and usually I do a keynote. I've been in education for 44 years, every level. Most recently, the Dean of Graduate and Professional Education at LaSalle University in Newton, Massachusetts, United States. And prior to that, I was Dean of Professional Leadership Programs at Endicott College in Beverly, Massachusetts, United States. And my main travel was with Eurasia Terra as the president and keynote speakers. So that's what I have done. I've also done other conferences, but once I became president, I felt like I needed to really give my focus to the organization, to Eurasia Terra, and to be able to impact around the world. Most recently, I sat on a dissertation committee at Boston College, Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, with a vice president from a university in Russia.
Okay.
And she was her dissertation was focused on changing culture to adapt to the global world. And Olga did a fantastic job. And of course, when I have those kinds of opportunities, I talk about this wonderful organization so that we get a presence around the world.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for sharing the details with us. And ma'am, my last question would be, what advice would you give to early career researchers, like the beginners, and what advice would you like to give them?
The advice is multifaceted. I think that there are several things that they have to keep at the forefront of their minds. That research that they do should always be something that can impact their work, their organization, and or the world. So it has to be current. So to that point, they have to be proactive in where they're focusing their research and knowing what's happening in the world all the time in their certain professions, if you will. They have to add, they have to value add to their professions. So that would be very important. They have to have an open mind that their research, especially if it's quantitative, might not necessarily bear out the results that they want. And that's okay, because that shows what really is impacting their work and their organizations and the world. And the third thing that I would do is have them network with people and colleagues like myself and other people doing work, not necessarily in their own professions, but if it's a crossover kind of focus for research that crossovers different professions, that they network and become familiar and have standing meetings with other researchers, because that can be so rich and can help people so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving the advice, and will be very helpful for them.
And modern technology. Okay.
Eminent speaker, Professor Dr. Lijane Marwoke, European Center for Peace and Development University for Peace by United Nations. Just give me a minute. Tino, Conference schedules. Session 1, keynote talk. Session 2, team activity. Session 3, technical talk. Rename your Zoom account with your full name in English. This will help us to record your presence. You may ask your questions related to the presentation in the chat section while the presentations are going on. All the certificates, receipts, and proceedings will be sent to the participants within a week on their mail ID. The proceedings will include all the full papers and abstracts expected for the conference. Moving ahead with the publication process, the publication process starts once the registration process is complete. The author needs to send their papers, consent forms, and reviews detailed on the email ID, convener@eurasiaresearch.in. The abstracts and paper received will be first published in the conference book of proceedings online. Only the selected papers will be moved in our publication timeline. The review reports will be sent to the author once the review process is over. The final date of publication starts after receiving the revised papers from the authors. Please note that the publication process takes around 15 to 20 days after the conference dates if all the editorial guidelines are followed within the given deadlines. Our first keynote speaker of the day is Anish Baheti, founder of the Train My Brain Ikagya Coach and Meditation Facilitator in India. Topic: Ikagya at Work, Planning Purpose, Strength and Well-Being in Modern Organization. Anish Baheti, please present your presentation.
Thank you so much. I hope I'm audible. Just give me a thumbs up so I can understand if I'm audible to all the other participants also. Okay, so I'm going to kickstart. I'm told that it's a 10 minutes out of a presentation, so I've kept it very short. I will make sure that I finish on time. So I'm going to share the presentation. 1 second. Okay, can you see the presentation? Just let me know. Yes, okay, beautiful. So my topic is Ikigai at Work, aligning purpose, strength, and well-being in modern organization. That is my topic. I'm Anish Baheti. I'm a qualified chartered accountant from India. I've lived in Australia for about 11 odd years. I've done my MBA from there, and then I've started my work in Australia in training and education field. I've been running my training programs in Australia since last about 18 odd years, and I'm trying to blend the Eastern wisdom with the Western world, and that's how I'm in this space of Ikigai. The reason I am very fascinated about this topic is it's all about helping people find their purpose in life. And if you find your purpose in your life, basically it's a pull rather than a push. And that is why it's very fascinating to dive into this topic. Just to share a bit of a background. So when I started off my career, I changed about 6 jobs in the span of 9 months. I was very frustrated, very irritated. I didn't know what to do in my life, even though I had a very wonderful degree. So I went into this self-discovery mode. I did a lot of meditation programs and, came to know basically what is my path. And then I decided to help other people find their path, help other people find their Ikigai. And rather than living by default, I want everyone to live by design. That is my ultimate goal. So I would like to start with this quote of Mark Twain. And the quote says, there are 2 most important days in your life. The day when you're born and the day when you find out why you were born in the first place. So the why part behind everyone's journey is what makes it more interactive and more enriching and more inspiring. So if you can find that why in your life, it's a beautiful sort of a journey, and you will feel that all 7 days in a week is like just very smooth. You are simply flowing rather than fighting or be in a state of friction. So Ikigai is, as we say, this is a Japanese word, and the meaning of that is your life's work, your reason for being. Why do you want to wake up in the morning? What is the reason that you want to wake up in the morning? And it is to do with your purpose. It is to do with finding a purpose and then designing your life around your purpose. Ikigai is from so there's a village. So I've been to Japan and I got a chance to meet some people from that village, Okinawa. And it's a very small village, and average age of an individual over there is almost about 90 plus. So, apart from the clean weather, water, environment, fresh air, whatever, apart from all that, everyone has got a purpose. They want to get up in the morning. They want to do something really, really exciting in their life. So it hails from Okinawa, Japan. It is like a roadmap. It's just like a GPS, when we are going somewhere, we put the GPS on, it just gives you the direction. So it's basically a GPS in your life and at work. It is reachable. So a lot of people feel that, oh, Ikigai is very, very difficult to find. I don't know whether I will be able to figure it out in this lifetime. Will it change in the future? Is it static? A lot of questions around Ikigai. Let me tell you this, it is reachable, it is possible, you can unpack it, and it is also, as you progress further in your life, it can be refined, it can be slightly more, you can make it slightly more refined as you go along. So it is reachable, it is discoverable, and it is very much doable in this lifetime. So I got this idea from, I was creating this deck of cards, and it is called as a life deck. It's a 52 card deck, and it's basically taking you through a journey of negative emotions to balanced emotions to positive emotions. So as you can see, the very first card is on life, whether you are living outside in or inside out. That is my very first card. And then the second card is on needs. So everything in your life starts with needs. So these are cards which are sequentially created. And as you can see, the last card is on purpose, card number 52. So it's a journey from needs to purpose, and why it is very important to go through all sorts of emotions in your life when you are in the process of finding your purpose. So today I'm going to focus only on the last card, and that too in specific to the workplace, in context of work. So, this is a research done that 1/3 of your life will be spent at your work. So you better find something which you love to do, or either you fall in love with whatever you're doing. Okay. In the process, you fall in love with whatever you're doing, or better way is you find something which you love and then make it as your work. So the latter is more important. The latter is also challenging, but it is more fulfilling in the long run. Now, I'm going to come straight away to the thing which I really want to talk today, which is Ikigai at work. And there are 3 different circles, 3 different dimensions which you need to work on specifically to do with the workplace environment. The first circle, the first dimension is you need to figure out what are the things which you are really, really skilled at. So when I say what are the things you are really skilled at, things like, your talents, things which people say, hey, Anish, can you help me out with this? You're really good in terms of communication. Can you explain this to me? Oh, Anish, can you, there are certain things people are going to say to you that you are really good at. There are certain things which you can figure it out yourself. Meditation is a very good tool to find out what you're skilled at. So, you could be good in dancing, singing, you could be good in terms of organizing parties, or, finding proper travel location, creating an itinerary for the employees. It could be anything. So you need to make a list of things which you are really, really skilled at. That is the first circle which you need to figure out. More the merrier. So if you can find out 10 different skills which you are really good at, that will be amazing. So you start off with 10 skills. That is the ideal sort of list. You can always expand that later on. The second circle which I want people to focus on is, what do you love to do? Okay. Now, when I say what do you love to do, it could be you love to do even for free. You don't want to charge, that is what you really love to do. So you might be really you really love to solve problems, solve people's problems. So someone can come to you and say, hey, I just broke up with my girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Can you help me out? Can you give me some advice? Can you just, give me some direction? So you could be a problem solver. something which you love to do. You could be really good in terms of organizing certain things or organizing, outdoor event for an organization. You could be good at communicating. You could be good at presenting whatever programs the organization is running. You could be the face, anything which you love to do, even for free. So it could be closely linked to your skill also, and it could be completely different from your skill. So you might be really good in terms of dancing, which is nothing to do with your workplace, but then you love to dance. Okay, when you get into that dancing mode, you are in a different zone. So make a list of things which you love to do, even for free. And then the third circle, which is very, very important from the organization point of view, is you need to figure out what are the things which, what adds value the organizational needs. What are those things which will add value to the organizational needs? So maybe organization, things like helping solve customers' issue. That could be a really value addition for the business, for the organization. That is something which you can really think of. We can also be good at, solving problems. You could be good at helping individual understand the issues in the organization. You could be good in terms of how to scale the businesses, how to make processes very efficient, anything which will add value to the organization. You can be really good in terms of providing psychological safety to the employees. So that is something which will add value to the organization. So basically, that is something which you can, again, make a list of it. And then you need to find a midpoint. Now, this is very important. You need to figure out what is common in all three circles. Okay, anything which is common in all the three circles, or the common thread, could be your ikigai at work. If you can find that, you are really skilled at it, you love doing it, and organization is getting benefited from your role, and that will add more value to the business. So that is ikigai at work in a nutshell. As I promised, I will just try and keep it very short. That is your optimal performance. And there are a few questions which I just want you guys to think about as we close the session. First question is, how can this role change me in an ongoing basis? Okay. Second is, how does my work address my passion? That's very, very important, because that's important for you as well as for the organization. Third is, how can I achieve excellence in my role? And last is, how can I best align my needs with an organizational needs? If you can find those questions, if you can find answers to those questions, it will also highlight your ikigai at work. So that's me. I'm open for any Q&A. If you want, if you feel free to ask, unmute yourself, or just put it in the chat box. Otherwise, those are my details. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. I hope I'm on time and I've completed my presentation. Thank you so much.
Amazing presentation, Anish. Please stop sharing your screen.
I
Just
have
give me a
one
second.
question. Yeah, I'm just looking at the question. So what skills should Gen Alpha children have in order to be able to work in the future? I think the simplest answer, which only thing which I can relate to, having lived in so many places in India and overseas. I personally feel that if you can find out, there is this voice which will always be, it's a very subtle voice, and that is the voice of your heart. Okay. If you can listen to that voice, your heart will never lie. It will always give you the right nudge. You simply have to listen, and you need to simply follow it. I know it's very difficult. It's very easy to say, but it's very difficult to implement. But the whole idea is, in the future, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But as long as you fall in love with whatever you are doing, and your heart is going to give you that signal, if you can find that out, it will be an amazing journey. You will be proud of your life. At the end of your journey, when you're taking your last breath, you will feel that you have lived your life to the fullest. So that is my take on that. Listen more to your heart, silence your head. If there are no other questions, I would like to give the mic back to the organizer. Thank you so much.
Moving forward with the conference. Just give me a moment. Our next keynote speaker is Diana Novyani, State University of Jakarta, Indonesia. Topic: the loan to value complexes. How does it affect good corporate governance of Sharia banking institutions? Please present your presentation, Diana.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining this conference, wonderful conference. I must say that each year I have joined the Eurasia Research Conference. I thank you for your attention, but after my presentation, there is no question and ask because I'm working in poor networking right now. So I hope you'll understand and have a good day ahead. Thank you.
Our next keynote speaker is Walida Onroni, Curriculum and Instruction, Faculty of Education, Uttarit Rajabhat University, Thailand. Topic: Learning for Creative Thinking. Please present your presentation.
Hello. This time for me, right? Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. This time for me, right? Please. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Can you
Thank you.
please button again? There's a
Yes.
technical glitch.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sorry, can you please speak again what you have said?
Please wait. Okay สวัสดีค่ะ Good morning everyone and good afternoon from Thailand and good evening someone. Okay. Thank you very much for today and our teams and everyone here. Thank you for the organizing this event because it's very useful for this day. And I'm Dr. Vrida Unrön. Can you hear me right? Yes, okay. I'm Dr. Vrida Unrön, International Education Ambassador from Thailand and Director leads Innova Mind with the focus on academic excellence. And I'm here to connect relationships between countries and organizations. This is a great responsibility I have been assigned. Therefore, I will do my best for this day and this conference. So I would really love to express my deep gratitude to President and teams and everyone here. And so today in Thailand, Thailand here in this day is Thailand is a Songkran festival, right? If you never visit Thailand, I invite you next year. Come to Thailand for travel Songkran festival. Okay, and on April 12th, in this month, this my birthday, and I want to wish you everyone happiness every day too. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, the topics present for you today is learning for creative thinking. Okay, learning for creative thinking. It is time for us to be aware of creative thinking for you and for your work. And if you are a teacher, this is important for you and have to teach your children, okay? Learning for creative thinking is very important, right? What's the reason? A soft skill like creative thinking will always be valuable to employers, whether you're looking for a marketing job or trying to land a career in finance. Employers need employees who can develop and experiment with new ideas and to help them solve complex problems. Why must we have creativity? Creative thinking is a key to unlocking address possibilities. It's about looking at problems from a new angle and finding solutions that others might overlook. Whether you are designing something new or simply solving everyday challenge, creativity adds value to everything you do. It's not something you are just born with, it's a skill you can nurture. When you allow yourself to explore new ideas and step outside the box, you discover the joys of creating something unique. Creative thinking is not about perfection, it's about experimentation and being open to mistakes that to innovation. So in a fast-changing world, creative thinkers stand out. They find opportunities in obstacles and turn dreams into reality. The best part is not limited to artists or designers. Anyone can think creatively and bring fresh ideas to the table. What's one problem you can solve creatively today? Please share your ideas after. Okay, next, learner engage with the process. The more that learner engage with the process, the longer they retain knowledge and develop their understanding, which has the subsequent benefits. Number one, simulate problem solving. Creative learning experience change the ways learners approach problems. They become more ingenious and innovative, and they manage better when they don't know the answer. Creative learners start visualizing alternatives or possibilities from different viewpoints. Develop critical thinking. Learners recommend innovative ideas and resolutions. Then they review the progress of executing them and adapt the process for improvement. Promotes risk-taking. Creative learning exposes learners to failure. They have the opportunity to make decisions and unavoidably, some of them will not lead to solutions, but learning creative provides learners with a space where they feel secure in taking risks and seeing various outcomes. Getting comfortable with failures allows learners to take more risks with less fears. Number 4, build a curious mindset. Creative learning solutions are unconventional, progressive way of learning make learners curious about the process and the topics and foster learning itself. Creative learning is a catalyst for curiosity and discussion and leads learners to start provoking insight. And number 5, increase confidence level. Creative learning technique builds confidence and consequently learners are more likely to apply the lesson they learn. Okay, next I have the about question for ask you about 2 questions for creative thinking game in you and everyone in this hall. Okay, are you ready for the question? You can answer me in chat, okay? Are you ready? Let's go. What are the benefits of coffee cups? What are the benefits of coffee cups? You can answer me in chat. What are the benefits of coffee cups? This question, do you understand? What are the benefits of coffee cups? Okay, this question, you can answer me about question 1 or 2, okay? This question, second question, this glass can be modified or transformed into something else. What other use can it be used for? This glass can be modified or transformed into something else. What other use can it be used for? Okay, can you answer me? You can answer me in chat if you want. Okay. Okay. No problem if you are not now for answer. Okay, I will show you about an example for this question. I have a problem. I can't next slide. Okay, this is an example. You can see this picture, right? You can see this slide? No, you can. Okay, you can. Okay, I will stop here. Okay, and share again. Okay, you can see, right? So sorry. Okay, this is an example about creative thinking about coffee cups. You know, you can see this picture. The boys can make a toy from coffee cups, right? And she can make a pin, flower vase from plastic coffee cups, right? So make a pin wheels from coffee cups. You can see this, right? Okay, thank you. And wrap the fruit in your house by plastic coffee cup. This is in Thailand. Use this for wrap the fruit. You know, I don't know in your country can use this. Okay, thank you so much. So next, if you want to develop creative thinking, sometimes you will have to balance yourself, balance your work, your times for develop creative thinking. If you have hard work or so busy, so worried, so serious, we can't develop creative thinking, right? So sometimes please bring yourself to go to a cozy place and comfortable place for relaxed time, calm down and reset yourself, your brain for develop creative thinking. Okay. And don't be afraid to change. Sometimes change is make someone to be afraid, right? So you may lose something good, but you may change something even better. Okay. Don't be afraid to change in your life, everything. So everyone has a potential to be creative, but it seems that creativity usually sparks of about 120. Creative thinking can be trained and improved by 10 exercises. Number one, everything goes in creative thinking. People with developed creative thinking don't believe in bad ideas. Yes, this ability to take any idea as a possible solution is cognitive disinhibition. They don't allow for internal judgment and they let their creative flow. Doing this means relaxing the filter that says yes or no to your ideas. Number two, relax your life, your times. Creative thinking works better when you are relaxed. And the alpha waves that we mentioned before are present when we are relaxed. And they are the key to creative thinking. Allow yourself the time to relax and do some relaxing activities like taking a nice bath or a long walk or a nap a little time. Number three, distract yourself. So distract yourself is creative thinking work better when you are not focusing all of your attention on one thing. Concentrating on a single task is helpful when you only have one task to work on, but ignoring other stimuli and not letting your brain rest hurt the most creative parts of the brain. A study at the University of British Columbia puts the theory to the test by creating 3 different situations. The goal was to conduct a brainstorming session in different elements like quiet, normal, and loud. The study showed that medium noise level, about 70 decibel, was most conducive to creativity. A loud environment will cause too much distractions. And while a quiet place doesn't allow the brain to distract itself enough. So try to work somewhere with moderate noise like a cafe if you want some drink. Number 4, be a kid again. Innovating is a must for creative thinking. As children, we never stop creating, imagining, and learning. But as we age, we lost this ability to follow rule and guideline. When you are stuck in a situation when you are not sure what to do, please ask yourself how a child may think about the situation. Like expert Patrick and Paul from the University of Cambridge say that the best way to think like a kid is to act like a kid and bring the joy of praying back to praying. Number 5, make a college. Cut out picture in magazine and put your ideas together to create something. Maybe make a plan before you start your work, your life, your day, so that once you are in the zone, you can let your brain relax and let your hands work. Number 6, socialize. Creative thinking requires that we use different perspectives to enrich our outlook on life. Surrounding yourself with people from different background and culture is help you to expand your world outlook and help you create new ways of looking at the world. Number 7, don't be afraid to fail. This choice is sometimes difficult for someone, right? And sometimes for me too. So creative thinking often starts as food test. Then no way I can do this. Don't be afraid to look for answer in place you didn't think you would find them. Creative thinking requires training, and if you are just getting started, you need to be careful not to stress yourself out by looking for the perfect answer. Number 8, get some sleep. Don't lose sleep over trying to find the right solution to a problem. Our brain needs rest to work well, and creative thinking requires that our brains be working as well as possible. Number 9, be happy. Being happy favors creative thinking more than sadness. So some people often think that artists are inspired or write about sad memory, but that's not really true. And the last one, number 10, walk to activate creative thinking. You can exercise in general has been shown improve creative thinking, but walking is the most conductive. Practice what you preach. Don't stop learning every day for develop creative thinking in your life and in your work. And you can choose flexible in your life, in your times. For everything you do, you can flexible for relax and develop creative thinking. And if you are a teacher, and like me, I am a teacher and teach the student in university. You can bring your children outside the classroom for develop creative thinking in your children in your classroom when you teach them. And you can use and choose the question for ask them in your classroom for develop creative thinking in your children. Okay, right. Okay, thank you so much for today and for your time. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today. I will now answer any question you have about my topics. If you need any future information, feel free to contact me at my email. And I would say that this is one of the most meaningful moments because this conference is the goal of success for everyone here. And to me, the most meaningful thing I have experienced is because I know that with the power of unity of other countries, so we are going for something that is very big, very impactful, and very meaningful. Something I have been working on for years, quietly under the ties. I've got the opportunity with everyone to be able to bring that future across the world, and also working with my dear friends around the world. We always talk about how we can contribute more to this world together. And this is one meaningful thing that I have received being at this organizing of Terra. Thank you, Terra, for always giving me the opportunity, and I'm happy to work with you forever. And I will continue to cherish for all the years throughout and contribute as much as I can to this community, to this world, with my beloved friends and everyone around the world. In addition, I have a sincere desire to develop education worldwide. So there are still many children and youth around the world who lack educational opportunities. So I can feel the cold that those children had to endure and the hunger in knowledge they had to endure to survive amid starvation. I have had a chance to teach under private children, and they deserve opportunities from those who are already fortunate, like myself and everyone here at the home. So I believe that education is extremely important for people's life today and in the future. And therefore, it's my hope to expand the reach of education across the world. And if given the opportunity, I would like to personally teach the children by myself. So thank you very much for making my first destination very amazing, very wonderful, and unforgettable. Okay, I will have the opportunity to see you at the next conference. Thank you very much.
Amazing presentation, Walida.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Team activity and photo session. Let's proceed towards the team building activity. Sometimes we miss the opportunity of connection and link it with fellow participants of the conference. This team activity is to encourage interaction among all the participants. One by one, we will share the views and solutions on the topic of discussion, and also we will be conducting a photo session during the same. Topic of discussion: is it normal to talk to yourself? Video credit and copyrights I will offer.
Hi, Jimmy Pays here with Bitrix 24, a free CRM that will help you achieve explosive growth.
As your morning alarm blares, you mutter to yourself, why did I set it so early? While brushing your teeth, you think, I need a haircut. Unless, rushing out the front door, you reach for your keys and realize they're not there. Frustrated, you shout, I can't do anything right! Just in time to notice your neighbor. Being caught talking to yourself can feel embarrassing, and some people even stigmatize this behavior as a sign of mental instability. But decades of psychology research show that talking to yourself is completely. In fact, most, if not all of us, engage in some form of self-talk every single day. So why do we talk to ourselves? And does what we say matter? Self-talk refers to the narration inside your head, sometimes called inner speech. It differs from mental imagery or recalling facts and figures. Specifically, psychologists define self-talk as verbalized thoughts directed toward yourself or some facet of your life. This includes personal conversations like, I need to work on my free throw. But it also includes reflections you have throughout the day, like, the gym's crowded tonight. I'll come back tomorrow. And while most self-talk in adults tends to be silent, speaking to yourself out loud also falls into this category. In fact, psychologists believe our first experiences with self-talk are mostly vocal, as children often speak to themselves out loud as they play. In the 1930s, Russian psychologist Lev Vygotsky hypothesized that this kind of speech was actually key to development. By repeating conversations they've had with adults, children practice managing their behaviors and emotions on their own. Then, as they grow older, this outward self-talk tends to become internalized, morphing into a private inner dialogue. We know this internal self-talk is important and can help you plan, work through difficult situations, and even motivate you throughout the day. But studying self-talk can be difficult. It relies on study subjects clearly tracking a behavior that's spontaneous and often done without conscious control. For this reason, scientists are still working to answer basic questions like, why do some people self-talk more than others? What areas of the brain are activated during self-talk? And how does this activation differ from normal conversation? One thing we know for certain, however, is that what you say in these conversations can have real impacts on your attitude and performance. Engaging in self-talk that's instructional or motivational has been shown to increase focus, boost self-esteem, and help tackle everyday tasks. For example, one study of collegiate tennis players found that incorporating instructional self-talk into practice increased their concentration and accuracy. And just as chatting to a friend can help decrease stress, speaking directly to yourself may also help you regulate your emotions. Distanced self-talk is when you talk to yourself, as if in conversation with another person. So rather than, I'm gonna crush this exam, you might think, Caleb, you are prepared for this test. One study found that this kind of self-talk was especially beneficial for reducing stress when engaging in anxiety-inducing tasks, such as meeting new people or public speaking. But where positive self-talk can help you, negative self-talk can harm you. Most people are critical of themselves occasionally, but when this behavior gets too frequent or excessively negative, it can become toxic. High levels of negative self-talk are often predictive of anxiety in children and adults. And those who constantly blame themselves for their problems and ruminate on those situations typically experience more intense feelings of depression. Today, there's a field of psychological treatment called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, which is partially focused on regulating the tone of self-talk. Cognitive behavioral therapists often teach strategies to identify cycles of negative thoughts and replace them with neutral or more compassionate reflections. Over time, these tools can improve one's mental health. So the next time you find yourself chatting with yourself, remember to be kind. That inner voice is a partner you'll be talking to for many years to come. Do you ever have trouble concentrating on and completing tasks? Learn more about the relationship between self-talk and procrastination with this video. Or for more actionable science-based advice on how to build strengths of heart, mind, and will, visit
Moving ahead with the conference. As for our first presenter of the day is Rana Chitur, school counselor, Vietnam International School, Laos. Topic: Thriving abroad, the psychological needs of international school teachers. Our next presenter of the day is Kachut Babian, High School, Burnaby Mountain Secondary School, Canada. Leadership development is lived practice and auto-ethnographic study of founding and leading a volunteer-based high school lab. Please present your presentation. Are you here? Just allow me a moment, please. Moving ahead with the conference. Our next presenter of the day is Olesia Stokka, Foreign Language Department, the Department of Comparative Pedagogy, Uzalt National University, Institute of Pedagogy of National Academy of Educational Science, Ukraine. Topic: Digital Transformation of School Education, International European and National Reform Framework for Rebuilding General Secondary Education in Ukraine. Alessa, please present your presentation. I think she's not there. Let's move forward with the conference. Our next presenter of the day is Shujing Chang, School of Public Finance and Taxation, Southwestern University of Finance and Economics, China. Topic: Government exploration, compensation, and household energy poverty, implications for sustainable development in China. Please present the presentation, Suji. I think she's also not there. Let's move forward with the conference. Our first listener of the day is Pedro Costa de Aroja, Dr. Costa SRL, Leeds University Hospital, Belgium. Our next listener, Anne Yoon Juan, Public Health in Queensland, Mackay, Australia. Our last listener is Anna Kachapurizi, Faculty of Law, David Agmissionberry, University of Georgia, Dipsy, Georgia. Thank you. With great pleasure and enthusiasm, I would like to conclude that the conference was a great success. Many people have contributed in different ways to turn this event into a smoothly running conference with very interesting presentations. This conference has resulted in good discussions and networking. I owe my gratitude to all the presenters and patient listeners, to the coordinators and the whole staff of Eurasia Research for their constant support. I would also like to thank all the universities and institutes who have sponsored our participants and people who have directly or indirectly contributed in the smooth conduct of this conference. Our upcoming conferences: Eurasia Research conducts conference around the world: April 2026 London, May 2026 Kuala Lumpur, Beijing, June 2026 Seoul, July 2026 Singapore. Please refer to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.